I just have a quick video today, and I will add tomorrow's mail or any thrift store finds that I will have for the rest of the video for tomorrow. I got 3 postcards here today, and that's all I got. I got Berry Creek, California, canceled in 2 different inks, January 24th. So I got one in black and one in red. So that's really cool, on a very ancient 2-cent postcard, which I added postage to, so that's really cool. There's that one, and there's just some advertisement from the Dalton Water Association, wherever that was, not California. Then I got another one here from Grass Valley, California, on this cool postcard. It looks like a giant bicycle tire there, off-roading, and there's this Grass Valley right there, and right there. So that's pretty cool. The stamp's a little folded over on the end there, but I will fix that. And last of all, I got the Alaska oil pipeline, damaged corner there from the machines, but there's that one there. And then this is from Chignik, Alaska, right, hopefully you can see right there. So that's what I have for today, and then tomorrow I will show off my other finds. And thank you. Okay, so I'm back with the rest of today's mail day, and I also have a bonus thrift haul for you guys. We'll get into the mail really quickly here, and there's some really neat stuff here. And I should have done my research here before I had opened this, or after I had opened this stuff up. This is a Barstow, California envelope, signed by Don Yeomans, and he's a NASA scientist, engineer. I'm not exactly sure what he did, but you can look him up and see. Drew a little star with a shooting star there. That's really neat. On this old NASA envelope I had. I think he worked at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, is why I sent this, I think. And then he has a couple books out there. There was one I purchased off of Amazon, which turned out to be super damaged. But anyway, there's his autograph there for a book, so that's really pretty cool. And that came from California somewhere. The next thing that came in, and I'm sorry, I forgot exactly what he did, but he worked on many projects, and he was at NASA during this time in 1989. There, so that was cool. This comes from Weot, California, and this is a neat ancient postcard of the Founders Tree. That's really cool. Probably 1940s postcard, maybe. And unfortunately, they didn't cancel any of my stamps, not a one. But they put their cancel right there, Weot, California. I had sent this in a separate envelope so it didn't get damaged in the mail. So that's really pretty cool to have that. They didn't cancel any stamps. That's kind of unusual. But the post office is good at not canceling stamps. The next one here is from Martinez, California. And as I see it, this is certainly not one-horse town. A one-horse town. Kind of a funny postcard there. And they canceled the middle stamp there, but the driver or clerk or whoever somewhere else along the line put a big check mark through the stamps. That's kind of stupid. I mean, this is philatelic mail, and that's not very philatelic of them. Why don't they tell Phil? Never mind. This one here is from somewhere in Hawaii. I have to look that one up. It's kind of obliterated here. This just says Kon-Tiki Worldwide Vacations. One of their locations was Hawaii. So there's that, and there are the stamps there, and the coral reef stamp got a little ripped, and then there's that one. So I'll have to figure out which Hawaii this is, what part of Hawaii. So there's that one. This was the letter that I got from that post office with the old-time postcard here. Happy stamping, Henry. Thanks for wishing the thanks for using the postal service. Have a safe and happy 2019, Amber, from the Weot post office. So that was really neat, and that'll go in my stuff there. So that's all the mail that came in. Just kind of all over the place here because there's a mountain to get through. So my Goodwill trip, my thrift store trip, cost me $8.89 or something like that. And one of the first things I found was this Hodee's 3 family restaurants in Southern California menu from the 1950s. And there's a sign there. How do I know it's the 50s? Well, it is dated Tuesday, June 29th, 1954 right there. So that is neat. And there's all the prices, $1.50, $1.95, $1.90. What? $1.90 for steak? And there's the back of it there. That's really cool to find that it survived. Somebody saved this all these years. Gas and oil collectibles are very, very popular these days. And anything with that advertisement on it, I try to grab. Here's Courage magazine. I don't know anything about it, but it's December 1926. Originally 15 cents. It cost me 39. But it's advertising General Motocrate gasoline. Motocrate. And it's cool. Named by the public, sold by general public, sold by independents, I don't know. And this one has it as well. There's some more advertisements in here for shaving brushes, and I don't know, there's typewriters, and there's in the front of them they have India cord tires, so that's kind of neat. So those are old, 29, 27, and 26. And then I found something called Carterland. It's a map of Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah, Washington, and Wyoming. This is Carterland. And Carter was a gas station I did not realize. And you could go to your friendly Carter dealers and get Carter Uniflow motor oil. It says Happy Motoring. It was either part of Esso or Exxon or one of the things. So that's kind of neat, and it folds out as a map. And there's a little bit more of the advertisement there. Happy Motoring in Carter, United States. It's a little real beat up, but I figured for whatever, quarter I think I picked that up for. Let's see, I found the Hotel Multnomah, and that's a beer opener with a spoon on the end of it. So that's kind of neat. That was older. It might be 50s or something. I have no idea. Let's see, I got some Pokemon for somebody in the YouTube community. So that'll go off when I get all the stuff. And that's just random Pokemon there. And then I found this cool Joe Namath picture that came out of some sort of book or magazine. It looks like it says Muscular Tycoons. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is, but I found this really cool Joe Namath photograph. It fell out of some book, and so I bought that. I guess somebody took a book apart for the photographs, and then there's one of them. So that's a neat picture of Joe, Broadway Joe. I found this in the bin, and this was marked $40 on the back. I didn't notice that until later, and somebody's put a $40 tag on it. And it's more than likely an authentically signed Bill Walton 8x10 of him in his UCLA uniform. And that's really awesome to get that. Look at that. I think that probably cost 10 cents at the most. That's silly. Silly, silly, silly. Playing against USC, I think, is what they're doing. So that's really awesome. And there's the autograph right there. But wait, there's more. I got a beat up John Deere, sorry, not John Deere, International McCormick Farmall tractor made by Erdl. It's missing the handle and missing this. I'm not sure this is supposed to be bent over, but I'm not going to worry about it. And then I found this little Disker thing or whatever, plastic thing. It doesn't go with it, but I thought it was cool to add to that. So, like I said, this was in that whole $8 and whatever it was. I'm sure the light is kind of bright there, but everything is all good on this otherwise. This is normally a $20, $30 piece, I guess. I don't know. Then I got a pile of Boy Scout stuff here. Oh my gosh, it's just insane. So I got Scouters Mountain 1993. These are Portland patches. Polaris, later training. Badge. Oregon Bigfoot Country, that's just a generic patch of some kind. There's a shoulder patch that everybody wore at some point. They still probably do. And this is Camp Cooper. These patches are from like the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And then I got a belt buckle, which I don't see very often, from Camp Merriweather. So that's kind of neat. Somebody probably paid a good $5 for that at the camp store. I got two more things here. I got this huge, giant life-size magazine. Remember, Life magazines were so huge? This is called Holiday Magazine, if I could even squeeze it in here. Holiday. And I just thought it was really neat with the old-time cowboy there with the old western jacket there and the cigarette. And there were more of these, but I just bought one because this is from October of '58. I just don't have a room for all of this stuff. It was a little moth damaged on the side there, but really neat to have that, and I will have fun reading all the articles in there, looking at the pictures. So that's cool. And the last thing I picked up here is from the Telegames, and if you remember, Atari 2600 and the Sears Telegames was the counterpart to that or whatever. I have the Telegames Pinball and Breakaway console here. Probably from somewhere like 77 or 78. That's insane. And then there's pinball one, and I'm sure you need paddles for these things. I think I have those. That's where the power supply goes in here. The battery compartment is here if you wanted to use batteries. I don't know if there's any batteries in there. I couldn't open that. But just as a neat display piece, there's a Sears Sports Center. So that's really neat. Really cool with that's actually your controller right there, I believe. And then this might be an off and on switch. I'm not sure. Here's a reset, select game, power. You know, of course, the little wood grain. That's probably was a garage sale sticker right there. That'll clean off real easily. And there's another kind of residue right there, and I'll use some alcohol to clean off the knob. And that should be a neat little display piece. This is unfortunately corroded there, but looks like there's enough of it to scrape off the crud on there. I could splice a new end on if I had to. But that's really fun to grab that. I think that is all of it. It was quite a trip. I think that's all I have to show. All I have to show. Rambling on for 9 or 10 minutes. So let me know what you think about that, and hope you got some good stuff in the mail or at your local stores or whatever, and thank you for watching.